Game week 17 is over. What a ride it was. Didn't perform all that well, but we are here to talk about Game Week 18's transfer plans and take a quick recap at my Game Week 17 just to give a bit of context as to why I'm going with these transfer plans. So, without further ado, let's get into it. All right, guys. Now, Game Week 17, not the best. Absolutely not the best. But you know what? I'm actually happy with my rank because I haven't dropped significantly. I just keep ticking down, and I have this uptick, and then like keep ticking down, and it's frustrating. But I need to not panic. I need to not panic. So this is what happened. I had Ray in goals. He had 3 points with Robinson, who came in as my transfer for the week. Gave me a good 6 points. It was a good decision playing him over Gomez, who had 1 point, along with Virgil van Dijk in that game. I mean, I did say this as well, that they are a fragile team. So that's why I made the decision of like, you know what, I think I actually better make that transfer. Gabriel coming in with an assist, which I didn't even know about until like last minute. I was like, oh, okay, he got an assist. Oh, wow, jeez, okay, I'll take those 4 points. But yeah, the yellow card stopped him from getting those 5 points, which really would have been helpful. And in the midfield, Ahmad didn't do anything, along with Man United. A very disappointing time for them. I'm sure they're just as confused as they've always been. One moment they're doing good, next moment they're down again. So I think it's going to take a bit of time, but I still think he's a good asset going forward. They're playing Bournemouth next, so I'm still happy to have him. Saka, disappointing in the sense came off early. We still don't have any news as it is right now, but he's one of the people who I'm depending on in terms of whether or not I should be making a transfer. And then we got Cole Palmer, who blanked again. But I mean, I could see this because, like I said, Everton is very good defensively, so they really know how to block out teams. So yeah, I think that I could see basically. And then you had Mo Salah. I mean, I could see a return, but not a return like this. And the funny thing is, my brother-in-law was like, "Hey, dude, I want to go different. What do I do?" I said, he wanted to captain somebody else. I said, okay, cool. If you're going to captain anyone else, there's only one person you could captain. And for me, that's Isak, who returned as well. And I said to him, but look, you can captain somebody else. But what you really have to hope for is that the captain everybody else goes for blanks, doesn't do as well as, not even as well, but just doesn't do well at all. And I told him, like, if Isak does well and we do well as well, then your captains didn't matter, which is exactly the case. He captained Isak, got 17 points. Salah just came through with the whole 21 points. Jeez, man. Like, okay, cool. But it was the clear, obvious choice anyway. Cunha coming in with some form, scoring again, 2 games in a row, 9 points again, which is what we love about him, because he grabs those bonus points because he's heavily involved in the game as well. So he's someone I'm definitely keeping in, considering, yes, his pictures are turning now. I think he can go up against Man United. Jackson, the battle between him and Isak goes on. Isak won this game week. Can Jackson do it next game week? He's playing a tough team, but I think he can definitely do it. That's what I think. And then we have João Pedro, who's been disappointing again. So, what are we gonna do with João Pedro, guys? What are we gonna do with João Pedro? I don't know. And then my most saddest point here is Rodgers on the bench at 14. And I wasn't gonna play him, man. But I need to learn that Man City is just not Man City. I just always think they're gonna come back, or they're gonna turn, or they're gonna switch on their defense. And hey, bro, they just don't. So that didn't work out for me. Gomez on the bench, of course, there with Collins. Absolutely fine with that. That's made me drop in the fantasy football league table, as you can see there on your far right, temperature C at the top, full speed ahead. My man Joseph at the number one spot, holding it down really, really well. I mean, the man was doing so well. He had points on the bench. That's how good his game week was. He was having points on the bench as well. Uh, so I'm sure he wish he could have actually had those on side as well. But he got over 100 points, which is very good. So well done there, my man. And then Annie D coming out of nowhere as well. Annie D been climbing up this table. Been. I've been seeing that name come up. Well done. At number 2 spot, taken over killer squad spot there. And right behind him, as always, Dallas Dominators. What's inspirational about Dallas Dominators is that they're always taking a hit like every second week, but they're still there. Like I really try not to take hits, and when I do, I go like, cool, it's a strategic one time, done. It sets my team up. Let's go. But yeah, just staying there, and there's many ways of doing it, man. So no way's wrong, no way's right. Yeah, really depends on your team. Green arrow gang, getting a red arrow, well, a green arrow actually, but moving up to 5th space. And then we got team name updating, jumping back up there from that 10th spot. Stingers FC, stinging a couple of people as well. I know they came through from a lower position, and then Marcel as well. I think he was 9th, now popped up to 8th. And then we also got Macaroni and Cheese along with Pedro Porro jumping in to the top 10 there. Well done, guys. It's actually really, really close there between 2 and 10. So yeah. The temperature C is really, really opening up a gap between us there. So we need to give him a run for his money, guys. We need to give him a run for his money. So let's make sure we do that. But now, before we go into my transfer plans, I just want to ask, guys, if you could please give it a like and a subscribe if you are loving the content. Really, really, really would appreciate this. I'm always here 2 to 4 times a week. That's how much content I wanted to create for you guys every week. So if you're enjoying it, really, really would appreciate it if you jump in there. And if you want to join the league as well, the league code is in the description below. Would really, really appreciate that. Right, now let's jump into my transfer plans. All right, so for my transfer plans, I have 2 free transfers and 0.5 at the bank there. So I'm thinking, depending on Saka's availability, that's what it all depends on. I would make a move of João Pedro to Isak and Saka to Sa. That's what I'd use those 2 transfers for. Reason being is these 2 transfers open up another transfer for me next week, being the Collins to Vardio. And I had this discussion with you guys that it was always going to be a City defender, just because they fixtures turn for good right now. And I just prefer Rico Lewis because he's cheaper, fine. City get, they still concede a lot. They're not necessarily a great defensive team, but I do think this is just a good fixture turn for them in which they could at least defensively, hold themselves up. I think Everton is not necessarily an attacking threat, so I think they can get a clean sheet. But I think I said I preferred Rico Lewis because he's cheaper and they concede. Yes, fine. But if I had the money, that time I didn't see a path to it. Now I see a path, and that's Collins to Vardio, having made that Isak and Sar's transfers. I would prefer Vardio because I know even when they do concede, Vardio still has a high chance of really getting an attacking return. So yeah, that's my thought right there, because if I take out Saka, I need a big hitter, and that has to be Isak, and that's also why I've got the 2 transfers. Sar's been performing well; his form is up as well. I got to take a good look at him playing against Arsenal 2 games as well. I think with him and Munoz back alongside of him, they can really cause damage on that wing as well. So happy to bring him in as well. yeah, it's just really depends on Bukayo Saka's availability. So if he's not available, this is the transfer plans. Not going to take a hit at all. Just going to use those 2 transfers. But I just wanted to show you guys that future move of Collins to Bardiol, so that you also know why I'd rather take this route as well. So let's take a look at my bus team so you can actually see what that actually looks like. So my bus team right now would be Raya in goal with a Gabriel, Virgil van Dijk, and Gomez all in the defense there. They're playing promoted teams, which is Ipswich and Leicester, and they're all playing at home. So this is what I mean. I'm very happy with the defense. That's why I would make that Man City defender transfer right now. And in the midfield, I've got Salah with the captaincy, Palmer there against Fulham, be a tough game as well. Then I've got Ahmad, and then I have Bukayo Saka there as well. So that's what the midfield would look like. I'm very happy with it as well, because Saka's playing Ipswich, so I'm really hoping he's there. I think if he is fit, I think that I think Arteta will actually play him. So I'm not worried that if he is fit, that they'll keep him on the sideline. He's always played. And then I've got Cunha there, Jackson, and João Pedro in the front line, which I'm okay with. It's just João Pedro for me. It's just not working out, man. It's really not working out. So he has to move out, and I can't do a forward transfer to anybody that I'm really happy with at the moment right now. So yeah, that is the plans for now as it stands, guys. Let me know your thoughts. What are your transfer plans? What are your thoughts on my transfer plans? Do you think I should wait for Bukayo Saka or just make the move a lot of you have already made already? Yeah, really eager to know, and then you know what to do as well. Please make sure that you drop a like and also hit that subscribe button. Really appreciate that. And I've got some more content for you guys right over here to check out. I will be back with some more content throughout the week. So I'll see you guys then. Thank you and peace.